the view I used to see, but somehow everything has changed. Everything is gone, and yet remains.
Okay, so here we are still in Port Lincoln, and who do we have? What's your first name?
Joe King. Pam Keast.
Did you say joking?
Yes, I always get that comment, yes.
Now you two are sisters?
Yes,
Who's the oldest?
Pam.
I am,
Okay,
by 15 months.
15 months. Now, how big was the family you came from?
6.
6. Now, you grew up on a farm, right?
We did, and when we shifted to the farm, I was 4.5, and there was just like a roof, iron roof with uprights, and one small room in the corner that was full of rabbit burrows. And we slept in that room, us children, because there was only 3 of us at that stage. And Mum and Dad had packed all the chooks up, and they were running around us, and we were trying to eat, and the chooks were picking the food, and
Oh, the chooks were in the house.
Yeah, we only had one wall, didn't we?
it was only one room, and the children slept there. We had to eat out under this shelter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't have, tell me the things that you didn't have the modern day people have.
We didn't have power, we didn't have water, we didn't have phone. We only had an old buckboard car that didn't go very far.
So no running water, no power.
No phone.
No phone.
No electricity. We just had candles and kerosene lamps.
How about a fridge? Like you have a nice...
Ice
Yes.
chest originally. Then we got a kerosene fridge that used to smoke up the walls.
Yeah. Yes, it was a very smelly thing.
Now the other thing too is you could drive a tractor, but did you learn as well?
No.
But you could drive a tractor from what age?
Probably about, I think it was about 10. And I think that's about when Dad got rid of the horse team that he used to work the land with.
And these were Clydesdales.
Yeah,
They were.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Now tell us, you told us that story. What happened to those Clydesdales when they got the tractor?
Well, Dad couldn't afford to feed them, so we had to take them up the back and shoot them. He was so upset.
And that was 8 of them, you said.
Yeah,
Man, that must have been very painful.
yeah. Worst thing he'd ever done in his life, he said,
And why did he have to do it?
because he couldn't afford to feed them because we didn't have the hay or didn't have the money to buy the hay.
And the big horses, so they'd eat a lot.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have the cleared land at that stage to be able to grow any extra feed because they needed all the land to crop to get
Yeah.
some money in.
What were you growing?
Wheat, barley and oats.
And now, were you using lots of fertiliser and chemicals then?
No, we used to use super, but not. Dad used to, what you call fallow, wasn't it? You rest one thing and then you put something different in the paddock.
Oh, so you let the ground rest and recuperate from
Yeah.
Yeah. So how big was the farm?
I think 11,000 acres.
Wow, it's huge.
It's not very big really,
Oh, maybe not in Australian standards, but it sounds pretty big.
but it was a scrub block and
Oh.
there was only, I think, 2 small paddocks cleared when we went there.
Okay.
So our chooks, about 200 of them, kept Mum and Dad sort of afloat financially.
Oh, with eggs?
Yeah,
Yes,
send them
we-
down to Lincoln on the train.
Oh, and you said that you went down to the train. You went down to Lincoln in the train.
In the rail car.
In the rail car, as against the goods train, yes.
So you're talking the rail car. That's one of those wagons. You just open it up and sit inside it.
That's correct.
And the toilet was a hole in the ground and you had to sit on that so it would have went into the...
Just fell out on the line.
So how did you spend your time with no electricity? So no Instagram, no thing. How did you spend your time?
Outside playing, making cubby houses and, we just loved it.
And they used to grow in the trees. I think it was of some sort of a virus thing, but we used to call it snotty gobble. And it was all thick in the trees, and we used to climb up the trees and jump on it. You know, it's very strong.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this, like a creeper or something?
Yeah,
yes,
sort of.
yes.
Yeah.
But they weren't terribly big, only about the size of these trees here.
Yeah. So did you feel poor when you were young?
No, we weren't. We thought we were all right. When we went to our neighbours and they had a decent house, we thought, gee, aren't they lucky? Aren't they so rich?
How long before you finally got a house?
We
No,
didn't.
That's where we lived till we come back to Port Lincoln.
Dad gradually enclosed that shed and built onto it a little bit, and we used to then share that space with the wheat seed for the next season. Yeah.
So how did you handle the summers in a tin shed? So surely that would have been like an oven. How did you escape the heat?
It was really hot. We'd have days and days of it, not like now.
Yeah.
Get under Mum's double bed or had a bathtub out the back. We'd sit in the water.
We'd fill it up in the morning so that it stayed a bit cooler, and we used to be in and out that, except when we went to school.
So you're talking 40-degree weather.
Yeah,
least,
yeah.
At least.
So they're saying it's climate change
Yeah.
now, but you actually grew up in real heat,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
living in a tin shed.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Wow. So you two have seen so much change in your lives.
Yes, definitely.
How do you think we've benefited and how do you think we've lost from all this change?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I don't think kids these days really know how to play and get enjoyment from that. They're too wound up in technology, so they miss out on a lot.
Yeah.
And we were healthy, we were outside, and we made
Must have
our
been
own
as brown as buttons.
Yeah.
Used to climb trees and Mum would say, "Get down, you girls, you'll fall." Didn't take any notice of her, of course.
But we were all avid readers. We
Oh.
read heaps.
Wow.
We had books and books and books.
So is that from the library or you just picked them up wherever?
There was no library anywhere near us.
So where'd you get the books from?
We got them for birthday presents and for Christmas.
Oh, so you get books then and you'd read them throughout the year?
Yeah, I was always reading. Yeah, I
And
read.
what sort of things were you reading?
Enid Blyton.
Enid Blyton and what was it, the Five?
Yeah, famous five.
Famous Five or something, and comics.
Yeah.
The Phantom and
Oh, the fancy.
Yeah, I
yeah.
used to read a lot
Yeah.
of comics. Yeah.
What do you miss about that period?
Oh, that's hard to say. I'll tell you why we shifted down here. Dad was a market gardener at Penindi, and he used to bring the vegetables in to sell at the shops, no supermarkets then, and he see the submarine in the harbour. So he thought it's time to get out of Port Lincoln because it was a war. So that's why we shifted up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you shifted away because he thought maybe
Yeah.
Port Lincoln would be attacked?
yeah. And I can remember Mum going out and ringing the cowbell. I said, "What are you ringing the cowbell for?" She said, "Because the war's ended." I didn't know what that was all about, but
Wow, do you remember that, Mum?
yeah.
Oh, I do, yes. But I think the joy has gone out of a lot of people's lives these
Yeah.
days. And we used to ride a bike 3.5 miles to school and 3.5 miles home. And then on Sunday, if Mum and Dad didn't go to church, if it was seeding or harvesting time, we would ride our bikes again on the Sunday to go to Sunday school.
In our schoolroom was only 24 in our class, our school. Yeah.
Can I ask, how did you learn to drive a tractor? What was the lessons you had to take?
Just did it.
It was very easy. All you had to do was hang on to the wheel, push the clutch in, and pull a little lever out to make the tractor go slower or faster.
And like nowadays, the state would take you off your parents for allowing you to do that,
Oh,
but in
yeah.
those days it was the norm.
Do whatever.
Yeah, yes. And we weren't the only ones that lived like this, you
Yeah.
know. And eventually Dad bought some, I forget what the name was, but it was like compressed straw, and he lined some of the house with it.
Oh, for like to what do you call it, I can't think of
Insulate
the word.
it, sort of.
Insulate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it work?
Well, I don't know.
Well, it did work.
Probably a bit cooler.
It did work. It was a bit cooler. And we
Yeah.
only had a wood stove. We used to cart wood, pick stones,
Stumps.
and in the winter we'd have a bath in just a round tub in front of the open fire. Not the open fire, but the oven was open and the wood stove.
Oh, that's another thing. We talk about the heat, but how cold did it get?
Freezing.
Ice
The
on the
water in the pipes would freeze, so Mum had to get
Wow.
water out the night before, and we used to go out on the horse trough and pick up the ice
And eat it.
And eat it.
God.
because that was the only ice we ever had.
Wow.
I don't know how we survived.
I'm just thinking myself as I'm listening, it talks to a great strength within you and your family to actually survive it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The only reason we shifted down to Port Lincoln is my brother had an epileptic fit after the injection, and we're too far away from the doctors, and there's only dirt road, so that's why we shifted down here.
Oh, because what gave him the epileptic? What injection?
Vaccination.
Yeah, vaccination.
Yeah, the triple antigen vaccination, whooping cough, diphtheria and tetanus.
Wow. And that left him with
No, he was
epileptic
all right.
fit.
I only had the one, but they were worried because he was the only boy, so they decided to shift closer to doctors.
Oh, so it was 5 girls and 1 boy.
Yeah, and that's why I was so spoilt. We weren't allowed to touch him because I thought might have another fit or something.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away, but he was a big union man. Ben Carslake used to be on the TV quite often. Ben Carslake said, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that was your brother?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so just going to go to the story now of why you didn't take the injection. Now, was it the same reason?
Well, at first I thought, I'll wait for Novavax. And by that time I'd woken up to the fact I wasn't having any.
What made you want to say not having any?
Well, my younger sister, one that's passed away, she was right into no anti-vaxxers or all the stuff, so I used to listen to her. So I thought, well, I'm going to find out more about this. So I thought first, oh shit, this is bad, So I woke up.
Yeah. And yourself, you have a different story.
Yes, well, in 2011, I saw a picture on Facebook about this lady was holding up a paper, and it was dated 2011, and on that paper was the headlines, something to the effect that they were going to depopulate the world by lethal injection. So as the years went by, I forgot about that, and when they brought the COVID thing up and they were going to vaccinate everybody, I thought, oh, wow, I smell a rat. There's no way I'm having that because I'm scared of needles anyway.
Tell us about what your doctor said.
So I went to the doctor and I asked him for a exemption from getting these needles and wearing a mask because I went to a craft class, or I still do, and they were getting a bit nasty about me not wearing a mask. And I said to him, I want this exemption, and he said, I can't do that. And I said, you can't, you won't, or you're not allowed to. He said, I'm not allowed to.
And yourselves, how did you find romance in those days?
Well, my husband used to work in the garden for my father, and Dad used to say, it's the best worker I've ever had. So I thought I was marrying this gardener and end up a truckie.
And yourself?
Oh, well, we were down in Port Lincoln by that time, and I was working a 40-hour week when I was 15 years old.
Wow, what were you doing?
I worked the telephone exchange here in Port Lincoln.
Oh, so you're one of those women that would put the things in?
Yeah, yes.
How hard was that? I've never met anyone who did it, but it looked complicated.
It was very easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was a good job. You met a lot of nice girls there that you worked with.
And could you listen in on the phone calls?
You're not supposed to.
Well, we didn't really have the time.
Yeah. So it was really busy.
Well, during the day it was, and trunk calls, there was sometimes a 2 or 3 hour wait for a trunk call to Adelaide.
What's a trunk call?
Well, it's
Listen to this one.
it's a phone call out of your local area.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they were always trunk calls, whereas a local call was just here in the town itself.
So you could put that straight through, but a trunk call would have to wait for someone to pick up.
Well, you'd have to write a docket out, and that's how people got charged.
Oh.
And yes, so then you'd have a stack, you see, and the new application for a trunk call went on the bottom of the heap, and you kept working off the top. There were only 3 trunk lines to Adelaide in those days. Yeah.
How about you? What did you do?
I worked in the Port Lincoln Dry Cleaners for 7 years. And over the years, I worked about 40 different jobs.
Really? What sort of jobs did you do?
I was Sadie, the cleaning lady. I worked in hotels. Yeah, clean people's houses. Yeah, I worked till I was 70.
I said the other thing we used to hear was they used to have dances in the town halls.
Yeah, we used
Did
to
you
go.
go to those?
Yeah, my husband was a very good dancer.
Really? What sort of dancing?
Well, ballroom dancing, like quick steps and all that.
So you'd all dress up for that?
Oh yeah, I'd have strapless dresses and sit there and freeze.
They
Oh,
were
did
good
you go?
times, good fun times.
It sounds like a lot. I've heard this from people from your generation. They said they were really big. We haven't heard of this.
No, they don't have them anymore.
No, but they used to go and they'd fill up the town halls and
Yeah.
everyone would dance all night.
We'd go to Wangari, where you're heading, Wangari Hall. Yeah.
I mean, Wangari.
No, Wangari. Oh, around the place, yeah.
And did you go to them as well?
Oh yes.
Were you a dancer yourself?
Sorry?
A dancer yourself?
Oh, we loved dancing. Yeah, yeah. We used to go every Saturday night. Sometimes I'd go 2 times a week to dances.
Wow.
And then we had 2 picture theatres here in those days, so we had a choice.
And a
And
drive.
often we went to the pictures, and when they closed about 11 o'clock, then we went to the dance.
So the dance would be on at 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How long would they go for?
Well, about 11 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
12
o'clock they finished.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You're talking of an Australia that has vanished.
Yeah, exactly, yes,
You know.
yeah, yeah.
And a strength to the character of the people. There must have been. Was there a great sense of community in those days?
Yeah, we used to know just about everyone in Port Lincoln in them days.
Yeah.
We'd go down the main street and see someone we knew, and so we'd stop and talk.
Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't want to do that now.
Yeah.
And it was always a thing on a Friday to park down the front street, because Friday was the big shopping day. There was only the front street then with the shops in. There was no Liverpool Street. So we used to sit there all dressed up. We'd get out and walk around for a bit, look at things, and then come back and sit in the car and say, oh, this one's wearing that and that one's wearing something else.
Were you ever interested in politics? Who was the Prime Minister? Was it Menzies?
Oh, I didn't follow politics then. I couldn't care less about politics.
No, me either. We had nothing to be afraid of in those
We didn't
days.
think we did.
Our
No.
doors were never locked.
The cars were never locked my car.
Really?
No, no,
So you never locked the house, never locked the car?
no.
So how did this gradually change that suddenly it started? Do you remember when it started happening? You had started to have to lock up things?
I don't
Well,
know.
just slowly there were small changes creeping in,
Yeah.
and you couldn't really trust everybody that you met after a few years.
Yeah.
But my parents never locked their house up until about 1990.
Wow.
They slept all night with an unlocked door.
We used to go to the pictures and walk home. We lived at Cardiff Road, so it was, how far was that? You wouldn't be game to do that now. You'd get mugged or something.
What is your thoughts of the modern day Australia looking at where it is now?
Well, it was a lot better in our day.
You think because it's simpler?
Oh, yeah, much simpler, yeah.
Yeah. And with yourself?
Yes, I think a lot of the joy's gone out of living now. People are all out to take each other down over something if they've a mind to.
Yeah.
It's a really terrible situation, and yes, the old days were brilliant.
How about religion? Did you go to church on Sundays? Was there a church nearby?
I used to belong to Church of England. When we got married, the minister said, why are you getting married in the church? And we just said, oh, well, just because. We didn't really go to church. We did in earlier days, but not my husband and I didn't then.
Yeah. And yourself?
We always went to church when we were young, or in Sunday school.
But that must have been where you were living. How far was it to the church from your farm?
It was at their school, so it was 3.5 miles.
And did you walk there or you all ride there? How'd you get there?
Sometimes, if Mum and Dad had time to go to church, we would all go together as a family. Otherwise, we rode our bikes there again, just to go to Sunday school.
But if your family took you there, did they take you in that old vehicle you said didn't go very far?
Backboard, old Chev. Yeah.
So what is a backboard old Chev? Is it like a ute or something? Or?
How would you put Ham?
It was one of those old cars, you know, with the soft roof,
Yeah.
how they used to have. And Dad had made it into, cut it down so that there were no back seat. and so he needed the place on the back to cart things around. So we just sat up on there. And
We had to sit on the back all the way to Lockenbach after our vaccination, and our arms would be aching. And
So you'd be just sitting in the back, and I take it for granted there was no seatbelts in the back.
no, don't be silly. No, never heard of seatbelts.
yeah. Well, a few years later, Dad bought a different car that had like a dual cab kind of a setup.
Oh, yeah.
So we all 6 of us used to sit in there, and sometimes we were in the ute back that had a soft cover on it that used to clip down. Yeah, sometimes we'd just sit in there.
But quite often it wouldn't start. So the old Chev would all start. If it was really bad, Dad would take us to school. The old Chev would start, but the Armstrong wouldn't start, so Pam had to tow it around the paddock with the tractor.
You towed the car around with a tractor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because in the winter it got what
Wet
they used to
wires?
call wet wires.
Oh.
And so that, I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, but it's kind of shorted the engine out in some way or form. So, yeah, it was hard. They got hard to start.
So you would tow the car around with your dad in the car and you're in the tractor, you tow it around.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when it kicked over, he'd toot. So then I'd stop the tractor slowly so that we didn't run over each other.
Do you have any other memories from that time? Like, was there ever snakes or anything you had
Oh,
to
yeah,
do?
we remember Pam jumped over the fence when there was a snake outside.
Oh, yes, I jumped a big high fence because it was either that or tread on the snake. But we had snakes in the house and they were looped up over the curtain rod.
I love how she goes, Most people would still be running.
You remember there was a little snake in Bev's toy box? You see that my mum's sister was looking after us. Auntie Dorrie, there's a little crawly thing in my toy box. It was a baby snake.
None of you ever got bitten?
No.
No, we didn't. Well, you knew the dangers, and you had to be aware of your surroundings, not like kids these days.
So the parents let you be, though. You'd figure it out yourselves. They went like helicopter parents now, constantly monitoring you.
No, we just did our thing. Got up and worked, played all day, and then come in when it was tea time.
Mum would say goodbye to us in the morning on the weekend when it was school, and she'd call us in for dinner at night.
As elders in the community now, not saying you're old, just saying elders, what advice would you have for our Prime Minister at the moment?
Sack him. Did you hear that?
I did.
I think he needs to retire and let somebody else run the country, or give it a go anyway, because there's somebody else pulling his strings, I feel.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, not really, I don't think.
Thank you for a beautiful interview yourself.
Thank you so much. It's been really great to have you here.
Oh,
We're
it's
very
a pleasure.
privileged to have met up with you and Kel, and we'll always be grateful, and we wish you all the best in the future. Keep safe.
Well, I got an idea that this might go viral, so they might need a vaccination against you too.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
When I met Jesus Christ, he was almost 10 years old. And he was helping his mother push a trolley full of all they owned. And because they couldn't find an inn they could get in, they were heading to the city and leaving Bethlehem. Couldn't you perform a miracle? I'm out of him, he said. I tried turning nothing into warmth, but it just made my mother cry. It just made my mother cry. Mary Magdalene has become a man, and tonight he's old, and she has been riding my tram. Now it's late and she's trying to sleep beneath the poster for a bank. shore. So head down, we just keep running along our fading golden shores. So head down, we just keep running